Hi everyone, this is Kimberly Knox, KK, your astrologer, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the weekly KK report. So I'm a complete lifestyle, health, and astrological success coach, and I do integrate health into this a lot, and we will be coming out with a winter forecast for your health, because in the winter season we want to integrate the energies of winter season into your body as well. So these things all relate. You know, the earliest hermetics go way back to the energies of plants and herbs. So everything is connected. It's just fabulous. So this whole program here this week is keeping you in the flow of the energy, so that you can take the monthlies that I do, but you can augment your journal and make some notes to stay in the flow with this energy and utilize it for your best success, knowing what's going on. There's a ton of stuff happening this week, so this is super important. I'm going to be talking fast. I'm going to try to get this all in, because Mercury went retrograde today. But it's not just a one thing moment. It's a whole, I'm going to explain Mercury retrograde for you, kind of in a little nutshell, and then take you all the way through this weekend, which is a glorious holiday weekend. We've got Hanukah and Christmas the exact same day. Christmas Eve, Hanukkah Eve, and Venus could not be happier in the sky, giving us the most grand, beautiful feeling around this holiday, really supporting where you are going, who you are, and what you want. So let's get to this. I'm going to put on my glasses so I can see what's going on. So this moon, just to let you know, the moon's going to be moving through Virgo, Libra on Tuesday night, Scorpio, and then into Sag on Sunday night. So any of these signs, if you're any of these signs, you pick up that rhythm of that moon even more. We came out of this weekend with the moon in Leo. Leo is highly creative. So if you were cooking, baking, making new things, getting dressed up, going out with your sweetheart, it's all about romance, children, and creativity coming from the heart. It was a great weekend. And today, oh my gosh, hopefully you've been as crazy as I have about getting my to-do list done, maybe getting your shopping list done, organize what do you have to do. Hopefully you got all those big ticket items purchased before today, or at least the very important electronic ones like I warned you about, because when Mercury goes retrograde, it rules all of the working parts, electronics, and things that you buy during this time, you just have a higher propensity to potentially not be as good. So why go through all that trouble? Because we don't even like when our electronics break down. And so Libra, this is great. We're going to be working with relationships this week, social time, and then Scorpio toward the end of the week. This is about our deep commitments and loyalties, where we've merged our energy, who we are now hanging around and who we're no longer hanging around, and what toxic things that we're getting rid of, what we have gotten rid of, or being reminded of what we need to get rid of out of our life. Because sometimes people, even people closest to us, are toxic, and we don't need to be around them, because we are going in new directions. We need to be around people that inspire us and lift us up and bring in this new great energy that we're bringing into the future also. And many life coaches talk about this, but life coaching, astrology is all about that as well. It's just basically knowing your self-acceptance and self-awareness of who you are, and dropping that story that you may have been keeping since you were a child, of possibly not feeling worthy, not feeling good enough, not feeling loved, or someone's going to leave me. All of these stories that we all have, leaving them behind so that we can go in the future and bring forward what we are meant to bring forward. This is the beauty of what we're really working on. So I'm going to explain some of that. Sunday nights, the moon goes into Sag, and then we're just launched into, the new, and the last week of December is going to be really good for nailing down some goals before a really fun and social energy that's going to be around New Year's Eve. So let's get on with this. So today, Monday, is a moon day. Like I said, the moon's in Virgo, all about work. Work, efficiency, getting your to-do list done. I have been hammering it out on schedule since early this morning, and I got organized last night before. This is the beauty of the Virgo moon that comes in after Leo, and really gets things tidied up. It's an earth sign, of course. So, and then Mars also made a big movement into Pisces today. So all you Scorpio, Aries rising, Scorpio rising people, your ruler now is taking on this softer feeling component of Pisces. And so now action, because Mars is the action that we take for, you know, to go forward. It's the action that we it describes how we take action on our own behalf. Your own Mars, you know, when you get a reading from me or from another professional astrologer, you start to learn the nuances of yourself beyond your sun sign, beyond your rising sign. So we take action now more compassionately, more imaginative. We're getting into this deeper vision, making sure that we're casting that vision, because the Aries stuff is going to be super strong this year. Because we've got Jupiter opposing Uranus in Aries, we've got Venus retrograding in Aries, and Venus will go into her shadow the end of January. Aries, and then Mercury's going to move into, Mars is going to move into Aries the end of January, around the same time that Mercury is coming back to this very important part that I'm talking about. So we've kind of got some catch-up time here during the end of December into the end of January. 1 month to get things sorted out and to push forward in some powerful way. Tonight the energy is really great. In fact, right now as I'm speaking, the moon is trine to Mercury. So this is why, you know, and Mercury in Capricorn is all about goals and efficiency and business-like manner here. But it's really strong since it's stationing, and it's stationing at the point that it met with Pluto back in October. I'll get to that. So the moon is going to be also trining Pluto tonight. Very powerful, you know, very success-oriented still. So keep pushing forward with what you're doing. You are moving places. That's Monday. So let's talk about Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrogrades 3 times a year. Mercury is the planet, the messenger in your own chart. Reach out to me if you don't know your Mercury. It's great to know your Mercury, because that's how you think, your thinking patterns, how you digest information, how it describes a lot of things about you, early learning. My Mercury is actually conjoined Pluto. So I suck up astrology like crazy. I love deep philosophical things. I have an intense focus, research oriented, just, you know, really getting to the bottom of things, investigative genius. So, you know, your Mercury really describes you. So this time of the year, I mean, what's going on with Mercury now is super powerful for me personally, and I'm feeling it. But what is this? It's about Mercury retrograde. Mercury gets a little far in front of the sun. Now it only travels, I forgot the amount of degrees, but it only goes one side or the other of yours. So you cannot be born with Mercury opposite your sun. Mercury can only be behind or in front of your sun, because Mercury, the messenger, and the sun, the CEO of the chart, it gets too far ahead of the CEO and it says, hey, come on back here, or the father, or whatever the chart, and or whatever the simile that you're using here. It gets too far ahead, and it's got to come back to gather some more information before it goes forward. So the CEO needs some more information to make decisions here. So Mercury is the messenger, and it's getting this forward, it's gathering this. But the most important thing for you to know about this Mercury retrograde is it's super important to the success of the goals and the business stuff that we are creating right now, because it stationed today at 15 degrees of Capricorn. That's the exact spot that I said that it met with Pluto back in October the 19th to be exact. Mars and Pluto came together. A powerful seed is planted. Whenever 2 planets come together, they plant a seed. It's like a new moon, and it unfolds. So on December the 19th, Mercury stations here. Now when is Mercury going to get back to this point? Incredibly, you know, everything lines up just amazingly, but January 27th through the 29th, Mercury will be back at this point, and it's going to meet with Pluto just in time for the new moon in Aquarius and the start of the new Chinese New Year. I believe it's the year of the rooster, and we'll be talking about that, of course, coming up, because that's exciting as well. So during Mercury retrograde, what should you expect? Well, yeah, things kind of do go a little nutso. Well, I think I've already got a message that my hot water heater in my condo has a leak in it. Well, things generally break down at this time, so you can get them fixed. And but what's going on is that the communication needs to be a little bit more attended to. We need to read the fine print. We're not supposed to be initiating new things during this time. This is a time for us to get caught up. So there's always a plan. 3 times a year, we get this time to rethink, review, repair, improve, rethink, revise, so that we can go forward and renew into what we're working on. And in the last one was in August. It just got up to 29 degrees of Virgo, and then it went backwards because it said, listen, you haven't got all your stuff done and your ducks in a row. You were on vacation the whole time. The kids went back to school, and it's been really overwhelming. Just like now, it's holiday time. Oh my God, who wants to get all their plans like set up during holiday time? It's actually perfect that it's going retrograde. It's giving us more time to get going on things and to actually relax a little and enjoy what Venus is going to be bringing to us for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and Hanukah Eve and in the week of Hanukah and the last week of the month to get things going. So things need fixing. We're going to be recommitting to our goals. Capricorn wants to make something big out of what we're working on. So here's my notes on Mercury and Capricorn. The underlying nuance of this is, how am I going to make a practical business out of what I love, my vision of myself, the best part of me that I'm contributing to humanity? So what we look at when Mercury goes retrograde is we look at the last planet that Mercury touches before it goes retrograde, and that planet that it's going to move back over during the retrograde time in contact. Well, the biggest aspect that Mercury's making, I'm getting all my notes all over the place here. The biggest aspect that Mercury's making is, besides going to be connecting with Pluto at the end of January, Mercury is sextile Neptune. The first time it did it was December the 10th. Now, sextiles are opportunities. Opportunities require your action. So the energies provide opportunities for you to move forward. And this Neptune is our vision, but it's all about these deeper values that we're being held to on course. And Mars going into Pisces is also bringing up this deeper vision, the compassion, the kindness, this deeper meaning behind what we're bringing out. If you're developing something, it has to be bigger than you. How are you contributing to humanity in big ways? And that's what Venus is surging now to wholeness. And Venus is, when she's in wholeness, she's mature. And everything that she's pushed for is bringing you to this mount. Now, Venus, since January of 2014, has been getting us set up for 2017. Why do I say this? It's because Venus was first retrograde in Capricorn. It was knocking out all of your superficial relationships, the BS, the stuff that's not going to stick around, and getting you to look at your values. This is also how you spend your money, Venus. Looking where you're putting your desires into something that's going to stick around. Capricorn is about building foundations. So the tried and true. And then in the summer of 2015, where was Venus? Retrograde in Leo. Oh my God, fabulous, right? Because at the same time, Saturn was in Scorpio for 90 days saying, you know what, you're going to get some clues of the people and the things, people you've merged with from the past, old stuff, old relationships, old people, old businesses, anything that doesn't suit who you're going to be, and you're going to get big messages on what needs to leave. Well, it doesn't go that easily. Things take time to leave. So, Mars gets back into there, and when Mars was in Scorpio this past year, we were also looking at that, and every time the moon goes there, we're looking at that, we're being reminded of that, and it's difficult. But Mercury sextile Neptune is bringing us to this place of deeper meaning. So these values have been building up. Venus in Leo says, look at your heart, look at what you desire, look at what you can carry forward from heart energy. You can't be involved in something that you can't bring into the future, because it has to be who you are. And that all goes in line with where Uranus is in Aries. So that's why Aquarians are supercharged right now, because their rulers, Saturn and Aries and Uranus, are both in fire signs. Goal-oriented, courageous, passionate, bold. It wants all of us to be authentic to our deeper selves. Venus is going to retrograde in Aries next year. Aries and Uranus are super strong. It is a breakout year. 2017 converts to a 1 in numerology. It is a year for you to be you. Don't forget your relationships, though. They help you get there. That is Jupiter in Libra. But this is the deeper meanings of all this. So that's the first time it hits. The second time Mercury meets with Neptune is going to be December the 26th. This is perfect because it's the same day that Jupiter first opposes Uranus. This is all about balance. Oppositions are always about balance, but it is the full blooming of a seed that was planted earlier when the two planets came together. So this is bringing the balance of the we, which is Libra, and the me, which is Aries. The seed was planted June 8, 2010. When at 0 degrees of Aries, there can be no clearer message. When at 0 degrees of Aries, it says, you cannot be anything but who you are. You need to look deep into yourself. And everything has been leading up into this. Aries, authentic, be you. I love that, be beautiful. But this is a time to be you. At that same time, Saturn was going through Libra. And it was getting us in line with our relationships. Weeding out, getting relationship tests. And now that Jupiter is in Libra, it says now you can full bloom with relationships. Allow them to bloom where they haven't been able to bloom before. So give them attentiveness. And now December 26th, this is leading up to, of course, the new moon coming at the last bit of the week, but this is an important day. Because December the 28th, we've got Sun meeting with Mercury. Now, during a Mercury retrograde, that midway point when the Sun and Mercury meets, Mercury is closest to the Earth, we get a lot of ahas. Be careful of where you're sending your text messages to during December 19th through the 28th, because they could backfire at you, but we get lots of feedback. The moon's in Capricorn now, so it's about working. We get an aha moment. We work through it, so we're ready to go for New Year's Eve. This new moon is December the 29th. It's about being more efficient, to accomplish, to build. Now, there's 3 phases of Mercury retrograde. There's a shadow period, there's the actual retrograde, and then there's the finishing portion of it. Mercury was in a shadow from December the 2nd through December the 19th, which is today. So over that period of time, we may have been getting little tappings, little nuances, little tappings on the shoulder that we're going to realize during these next 2 weeks about things we have to pay attention to, things we need to drop, things we need to revise, to make it work, Capricorn, to build our future. Okay? Let me go now to, where's Tuesday? So Tuesday is a, hold on, I think I dropped something. It's funny. All right, that's the Leo part of me. But all right, so Tuesday is a Mars day, and that's tomorrow. Mars is now in Pisces, a lot softer. What is Mars getting ready to do? It's getting ready to meet with Neptune on January the 1st. And so this is what I was talking about, that deep connection with this source of, there's a deeper meaning of what we're bringing forward, and how strong and important compassion, unity, kindness, humanity, all of these considerations are extremely important in our moving forward. Wednesday is a Mercury day. So on a Mercury day during Mercury retrograde, we generally get a little stronger force of Mercury. What does that mean? Well, things might not go as planned. You might get communications mixed up. You might be getting messages that you needed to hear from somewhere, because what happens is things you've been waiting on now finally come up, so you can take action on them or integrate them into what you're doing. important. If people come back from the past, they're meant for you to take a look at them and go, what the hell was I thinking? Or, oh my God, that is finally over. Or, wow, they could be useful. I didn't think about that. Because we're working on what we've got on our plate. There's no new things that we should be working on now. It's what's on our plate, what needs to leave, and managing this stuff that we've been working on here. Winter solstice is also Wednesday. Oh my God, the energy is just really alive this week. The sun that moves into Capricorn. Okay, so this is the time of goals and getting things accomplished. The moon's in Libra on Wednesday, so good, go have fun. Moon in Libra wants to do things with other people. This is cooperation from others. How you use your diplomacy and your charisma to get cooperation from others. And it's about working on relationships. So give attention to your relationships. Thursday, get stuff done by 2:30 in the afternoon, because that's when the moon goes void. It goes void opposite Uranus, and that's exciting. So this is air, air and fire kind of energy. So something, could all of a sudden come up, but get your work done before then. And then, honestly, Thursday night is a night to have some fun. We're already feeling this Jupiter opposite Uranus because it's a Jupiter day, and Jupiter is getting ready to oppose Uranus. It's super close on December 26th. So this is lively relationships as well too. Infuse the relationships that you have with new energy. Friday is a Venus day, and Venus is so powerful right now. I mean, literally, Venus is trining Jupiter on Sunday. It's sextiling Uranus, and it's sextiling Saturn. Okay, those are all great things. A trine is an easy flow. You want a trine to Jupiter, believe me, it's really good fortune. It's a lot of social. These are all air and fire too, because right now we've got Venus in Aquarius, so Aquarians are hot to trot, and so are Leos. And sextiles are opportunities. So opportunity to be you and to be and to get everything, to have it to come together. This is happy support, and it's just about getting excited about being you. So Friday is infused with all that. The moon's in Scorpio though, so this is intensity. This is a little bit mysterious, but it's the best part of you. It's about, you're bringing part of the best. So who are you merging with? Who are the people around you? You end up being like the people that you're around. You end up eating like the people that you're around. Okay? The winter time is a time to also, the winter solstice starts, a time to build your kidney chi, this is the real jing of your body. It's time to really build up. So to take time for that as well. So watch overdoing it a little bit, of sure. But so also this moon in Scorpio is going to bring up what is the old that you need to leave behind. You're going to get messages from that. And also the stories that you need to leave behind. The stories about not feeling worthy, not feeling loved, everybody leaves me, abandonment issues, all of those things, leave them behind. Those are stories that's not real anymore. You can change them with thought. You can change them with self-awareness. But Venus is getting ready to go to wholeness. She's super strong. January the 13th, she is in wholeness. She goes into her shadow January the 30th. For retrograde in Aries. Next year is about being you and getting that really sorted out, because we've got all that we need to go forward. So happy Christmas Eve, happy Hanukah Eve on Saturday. Saturn trines Uranus. Well, holy cow, we have one more perfect aspect. This is the support to create a foundation for the new you. If you're a Leo, which I am, and I'm very fortunate to have this aspect, I'm 21 degree fire signs, this is, you're in line. So if J-Lo's going to be hot this year, and we're going to be seeing her, who else is born near me? Well, Madonna's super hot right now, and she just won a big award. Her birthday's the day after. So this is very solid. This is really goal-oriented. This is happy. Again, Sunday. It's a Sunday. The sun is now in Capricorn. It's about tradition. So this is real big family time. So enjoy it. Happy support. Get excited about being you. Have a great time with your family. And make sure to read the fine print. Enjoy Mercury retrograde. Have a fabulous week. And reach out to me if you would like a private coaching session to help you get into the new year and create the best goals for yourself and get aligned with more deep self-awareness. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for sharing it. Share with anyone. I would love that. Leave me any comments, feedback. I'm very grateful to all my clients all over the world now, and I'm grateful to have the ability to reach out in this way. It is a passion of mine. As above, so is below. The sky is a moving storyboard, and it's just incredible what it helps us do and create and to become.